Am I the asshole for not giving my husband food if it was made with a blender that he was mad about me buying? What? Are you, what? Okay, wait, this one's good. This one's good. This might be justified. This one might be justified. It's, okay, listen. This one's called Am I the Asshole for telling a coworker to fuck off after she said, "This is why you're single." From the title, it seems so. It seems so. Let's go over there and see. All right. That I like this. Okay. Bear with me. We're going to read it out. I'm going to take a little sip of water here. We're going to get deep. Okay, am I the asshole for telling a coworker to fuck off after she said, "This is why you're single"? I, female, 32, work as an interpreter. Don't worry when you see my atrocious grammar. I don't interpret from or to English. This is my third language. Honestly, congrats. That's, I can't even speak any other language, so. One of my work colleagues, Hannah, female, late 30s, asked me the other day what my plans for the weekend are. I replied that I was going to the woods with my club to shoot some arrows, and I had ballet class on Sunday. I mean, you're more active than me already. Don't mind the voice crack. But you're already more active than me already. My weekends, you know what they consist of? Me and Blair cleaning house, mainly Blair because I'm lazy. And also I'm editing videos, but doing that, watching movies, and eating food. She was taken aback at that and asked me, "How many hobbies do you fucking have?" Swearing is something she does not do. She does a lot. Okay. So it didn't sound my alarm bells in my head, so I replied that a few. She heard me speak about my classes before when I was asked about evening plans or when I said no to going to a pub after work, which I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Most of the time, okay, 95% of the time, if my coworkers say, "Hey, you want to go have a drink at the bar?" I'm like, I'm gonna go home. I don't know about you, but we got work tomorrow. Despite my reply, she wouldn't drop it and wanted me to list all the classes I do. So I told her that I took Italian classes, ballet beginner classes, archery, pan flute classes, and swimming. That is awesome. To be honest, this woman, okay, from what she said, she's getting the most out of life, which is, I envy. For one, she has enough money to pay for those classes, right? And for two, she has all these things that she's probably not like amazing at, but she's like, I think it would be cool to learn how to play the pan flute, which is awesome. She's in her early 30s and she's doing a ballet beginners class, right? Italian classes. You won't see my ass doing that because I don't have that many aspirations other than YouTube and Twitch. But that's cool. That's what I'm saying, Dragon. It's cool. Anyway, she asked, "What about your volunteering? Did you stop that?" I said, "No, I still do it twice a week." What an angel. Okay, wait. Is this, I hope this isn't fake. And that's when she said, "This is why you're single." Okay, I know it's about to get into it, chat. But I need to put my take on this. I need to put my take on this. Wouldn't you, on the contrary, if you do pan flute classes, swimming, archery, isn't, and you go and do charity or whatever, you do volunteering, wouldn't that make you more susceptible to being like in a relationship? Finding someone that has common interests to you in those specified fields, like that seems like more of a like thing that you would blossom at, right? You would go in there and you'd be like, "Oh, I'm having fun learning the pan flute." And then, you know, what is that movie Ghost where Patrick Swayze comes by? Is it Patrick Swayze where he's like, you know, working the pottery with her? Well, she was doing pottery, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was a class. I've never seen the movie, right? But you know, you can have a romance or like not be single and also do extracurricular activities. Anyway, it surprised me. I've never complained about being single. I'm quite content with that, so I don't know where that came from. I asked her about that, and she just said, I'm trying to relive my high school days, and no guy would want a woman that runs around in the woods with arrows and then pounces like a child in a tutu in adult beginners ballet classes. What a condescending dick. No way this is real, right? Could I have been more polite? Sure, but she annoyed me. I told her to fuck off, and I left the room. Good for you. If it's real, okay, we're just going off the basis if it's real. Good for you. It doesn't sound real. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking, okay? I'm still devoted, okay? I'm going to just finish it up quick. Good for you. You told her to fuck off. You're not the asshole. Yeah, it's very obvious. But then again, if you have ones that are very obviously not the asshole, sometimes that is an indicator that it's real. Because then, you know it's not just, well, actually, no, because they could be karma baiting. Now she's telling everyone what an asshole I am. She was only trying to give me advice because I'm immature and will be single forever if I don't get my shit together. Dude, if you don't want to be in a relationship, you don't have to be in a relationship. And whatever she thinks, she's a bitch. Okay? It's been almost a week now. She's got some of the ladies on her side and they're side-eyeing me. One even twirled like a ballerina badly behind my back as I was leaving the lunchroom. Okay, this is fake. Damn it. Damn it. Oh. Yeah, I twirled like a ballerina badly behind my back as I was leaving the lunchroom. Oh. That's not real. You don't do that. With so many people agreeing with her, I need to double check if I was right to do what I did. Overreact. Was I the asshole? You weren't real. This wasn't a real thing. She is not the asshole, but she is creating a hostile work environment. Okay, let's just get on with this. Let's just get on with this. Everyone's gonna be sucking her off, you know. But just the addition of twirled like a ballerina behind my back as I was leaving the lunchroom. No one in their right mind does that. Especially, I'm picturing a 50-year-old like Karen build, you know. In the character creation, you pick the hair that kind of looks like the blowout in the back and like kind of wrinkly but kind of not, but like too much makeup on. And she's just like twirling around. That's not something you do. And that's not funny. That's just cringe. I know people say cringe a lot nowadays, but that's actually just, you're doing it to make fun of someone and it just looks stupid. Anyway, we're gonna go to the next one, and I hope it's real this time. Please. I don't like the blender one. The blender one isn't, like, piquing my interest. I want something juicy like that, like telling my coworker to fuck off, but one that's real. You know? I don't... am I the asshole for bumping into a woman holding a baby in the lazy river? I don't know, man. I don't know. What? Dude, okay, 1 second. What? That's such a weird instance, right? It has to be real. Nobody actually thinks about that, right? Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do this one. Okay. For one, you're crazy for wanting to swim in a lazy river. Okay, am I the asshole for bumping into a woman holding a baby in the lazy river? Like I was saying before I said that, you're crazy if you're actually going into the lazy river, because, like, do you know how many people are in that thing? Do you know how many people, like, statistically, right? How many of those people are just medically gross? I don't know. That's too much bacteria, man. That's too much. I know there's chlorine, right? There's like chlorine to wash it out. You know how many kids pee in that thing, though? Including that baby? I would avoid a lazy river at all costs. I used to think they were fun. And then I would say, like, oh, there's about 150 people in this river alone. Like, do I really want to get into a body of water with 150 different people? I don't know. Maybe I'm just kind of a puss. I was at a water park last week, and my friends and I went to the lazy river. To my knowledge, I thought you were meant to lay in the tube with your belly facing up and just kind of let the water push you through the course freely. Yeah. Wait, is that not what you're supposed to do? I thought that's what you're supposed to. It's called a lazy river because you can, like, lounge around, right? This particular lazy river has certain areas that move much faster than others, so I found it difficult to maintain control and avoid bumping into other tubes as much as I'd like. Okay, you can control a tube. You have the ability to, like, not bump into people. Unless it's, like, chock full, right? If it's, like, if you're packed in there like sardines, why are you even in there in the first place? But, like, you can control that. But assuming you can't, okay. There was a woman without any tube, just walking slowly in the lazy river holding a baby. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Unfortunately, the course of the water pushed my tube right behind her. I tried to paddle myself away, but the current and the other tubes now up behind me prevented me from being able to move myself. I ended up nearly right up behind her, bumping into her a couple times with my tube. She turns to me and shouts right in my face, "You're bumping into me and I'm holding a baby!" And I wasn't expecting it, so I panicked and apologized and said I couldn't control it and started clawing at the concrete to try to stop myself, but I couldn't. I feel like I may be the asshole for this here because I argued back rather than finding a solution that actually helped in that moment. Okay. I feel like a huge asshole and complete idiot. I kept replaying the events in my head. What should I have done differently? Should I have tried to get out of my tube and stop myself? I also feel like that would have bumped her more as I'm trying to get myself out of a tube in a crowded part of the lazy river. I can't stop thinking about this interaction, so Reddit, am I the asshole? Okay. Let me be real with you here. Don't go in the lazy river. For one, if you can't control the tube and you can't deal with, like, a woman yelling at you, because you're never going to see that woman ever again in your life, okay? So it doesn't really matter. And I know that that's kind of a crazy take, because you know, that doesn't give you the right to be a dick to people, okay? But to me, it was a complete accident, right? Because the pipes are clogged, as in you got, you know, 10 people going from side to side. You can't go backwards because the lazy river is pushing you forwards. And apparently your hands are the size of matchsticks because you can't, like, paddle out of the way. So I think you couldn't have avoided it. And now if you're going to cry that some lady yelled at you, maybe don't lay on the tube. Maybe if you can't control yourself fully, don't lay on the tube. Now, if you can kind of, you know, stand people getting mad at you, then do it, because who cares? It's not ruining their whole day to just get little bump. And also, maybe you could have said you could have said, excuse me, or like something. A warning, if you will. Is that what people call it? A warning? You know? Maybe you could have just given her a warning that you were coming up behind. Maybe a little beep. Do they have horns on those, on the little tubes? Like for traffic flow? No, I don't think anyone's the asshole here. I don't think anyone is. But there's gonna be some crazy people. Let me go ahead and say this now. There's gonna be crazy people in the comments. I already know. All I can think is, what the fuck's she doing there with a baby? If it's recent, or you have a, not the asshole, if it's recent or you have a question, bring it up to management of the lazy river. Anything that happened was entirely on her. That's just weird and probably very much against the rules. It might not be against the rules. I don't think you should bring it up to management. I think you should just go on with your day because you're not the asshole. There's an age limit. Okay, that's fair. Assuming there's an age limit. There's always a couple people, random people walking around in a lazy river. You can do a little floaty, bouncy thing as the water carries you. It's fun, but you get hit by a tube. That's your fault. I mean, yeah. Okay, so everybody's just like, yeah, you can't really avoid it, which makes sense. That's an occupational hazard, exactly. Yeah, oh yeah, because like if you're holding your baby in the lazy river, you better be conscious of everything around you, because that's your baby. But you brought your baby into a body of water with 150 other people. Like, here's another story. I don't want stories. Just everyone's going off, man. I don't know what they're adding to the story. If you are going to wade the lazy river, then it's up to you to navigate the tubes. It's very nature of the tubes. It's the very nature of the tubes is that they basically self-regulate, and that's what lets you relax. It's very easy to just move people gently around as they come across you, a polite greeting and so forth, and it's all good. She doesn't get to stand in the way and challenge anyone that doesn't to not hit her. That's not what this is. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, that one, that was a little bit more boring. That wasn't as controversial as I wanted it to be. You're just not the asshole. I'm gonna be completely honest with you here. There's nowhere in this that you could have been the asshole, other than maybe bumping her, but it was an accident. Am I the asshole for my tire getting a blowout on my tire and accidentally scraping somebody's car? I don't think you are. You know, like it's like you say any accident. Am I the asshole for giving somebody a ladder from the shed and that ladder broke into two pieces when they were on top and then they got critically injured? I don't think you're the asshole, because it's an accident. It is what it is, man. Yeah. Let's see what else we got. I hope the next one's good. Am I the asshole for telling a female coworker to cover up? Ooh, we found a saucy one, I think. I think we found a good one. I hope this is a good one, chat. Because it seems like it right now. Am I the asshole for telling a female coworker to cover up? I, female 23, work in tech. Doing what? I guess it's not relevant. We have a pretty large office of about 50 people. Many people here are used to working from home since the pandemic, so dress code at the office is pretty casual, jeans and jumpers mostly. I don't know what a jumper is. I really don't know what a jumper is. Maybe I should get that knowledge a little bit. Somebody in the comments tell me what a jumper is. I was really worried to integrate. Jumper is a sweater. Okay. I was really worried to integrate with an actual office, but it's been really chill so far. The only problem has been Beatrice. Ooh, Beatrice, who has worked in offices a lot longer than a lot of us younger workers have. Okay. She's in her 50s and still tries to act like the queen bee of the office. I know exactly what you mean. I know the type of woman you are talking about, the type of person, because there are dudes like this too. We mostly just ignore her advice and try to get our work done. She has an array of complaints about any number of things in the office, but chief among them is how cold the office is. We work in the southern part of the country and it approaches, the country, and it approaches 90 most days, even in October. I'm confused. Is a jumper, is that, okay. I might be assuming that it's a British thing. Is a jumper a British thing, or is a jumper, like, is that also an American thing? Because I just never heard it before. A jumper. Or would we just call it a sweater in America? Because if it is, it's British? Okay, so that's where I'm confused a little bit. Because they said we work in a southern part of the country, and it approaches 90 most days, even in October. Yeah, I would call it a sweat. Maybe she's British, but she moved to America because she says, she says it's 90 most days. So it may not just be just UK. Okay, fair enough. Find me a country that says jumper and also uses the Fahrenheit system. Because if it was 90 degrees Celsius, I feel really bad because your skin's burning. Most days, even October, so everyone in the office is fine with the AC being sat at 72. Could be New Zealand or Australia. Good, yeah, yep. With the strong fans in our office, it often feels cooler. Honestly, this is subjective. It's totally subjective. I love a good 69 degrees with a wind chill, with like a fan blowing. That is perfect for me. So this, I honestly might even still be sweating. But if the fans are on, then, I mean, I'd be probably cool. Beatrice tends to wear low-cut cardigans and pullovers and no bra. Okay. Go off, queen, I guess. What are cardigans again? Low-cut cardigans. And pullovers and no bra. This will be important later. She constantly complains how cold it is in the office, even though we all tell her to put on an extra layer. That's exactly what I say, though. I say, like, my friend came over. I can even say who, Chris. My name is Daniel, the guy who comes in here every so often. We were all hanging out, and he got to the house, and he was like, dude, it's freezing in here. And I was like, I like it. And he's like, no. And I'm like, here's a blanket, you know, just cover up. And he's like, no, I'll be like too hot then. And I'm like, dude, if I put it up any, I'm going to be sweating. And I can't take off more clothes. You can put more clothes on, right? That's like the mutual agreement that people have as humans, is saying if it's too cold, you put something else on. Because if you put more on, you're going to get warmer. But no one, if it's too hot, you can't really do shit about that. Okay. Anyways. Good night, Dragon. I'll see you later. One day in the lunchroom, she said, I must be so lucky to not feel the cold with my extra layer of blubber. What? No, this is fake. Telling someone to put on a jacket if they're cold isn't the same as slut shaming someone, though? Yeah, no, for sure. This is fake, right? With your extra layer of blubber? No one says that. I have a little extra fat, but I'm working down after struggling with an eating disorder. This really stung me, and I said maybe she should stop dressing like she works at Hooters. If she wants to stay warm. She walked stiffly out of the room. My coworker told me she heard her crying in the bathroom. I feel bad for making her cry, but also I felt really offended. She implied only a fat person could be comfortable in the AC. I dress reasonably. She has made multiple comments about my outfits not fitting. I am MTF. I don't know what MTF means. And I cannot wear all the outfits in my wardrobe perfectly. Yeah, this is fake. Oh, male to female. Got you. Okay. I mean, that's irrelevant, to be honest. I don't know if that like makes a difference in the story. But honestly, I think this is going to be a hot take. Okay? This is going to be a hot take. For one, that lady, the old ladies, for saying you have extra blubber, for one, weird. You're weird. Okay? For two, that's an asshole move. She's an asshole. That is directly an asshole thing to say. For three, to say that stop dressing like she's working at Hooters also is an asshole thing to say. Okay? I think you combated okay, does she deserve that? Does she deserve you to like come back at her like that? Yeah, she does. Okay? She was an asshole first. You can retaliate. But I don't think this was a healthy conversation. Okay? I think and maybe I'm being too based where we can't have fun anymore, but do I think she deserved it? I think she did deserve it. But if we are looking at if she is the asshole, it's not nice. It is an asshole thing to say she looks like she works at Hooters. Is it funny? Yes. Is it mean? Yes. And you made this woman cry, which I don't know if she deserves. I don't know what she deserves, okay? But if you can't, don't cast stones from a glass house. Okay? That's what I should tell her. Don't cast your stones out of a glass house. So you can't be sitting there jabbing people, right? Saying, you got extra blubber. And then it's like, you dress like you work at Hooters. And then it's like, then you cry when somebody like comes back at you. It's fake to begin with, but I think this is a controversial one, and I'm gonna get bad marks on this take. I think you're both an asshole. I think both are the assholes. I think after she said the blubber, I think you should have went to HR, which I know that's the boring thing to do. That's the boring thing to do. I think everybody sucks here. Mainly Beatrice sucks more. But I have to say, on good judgment, that everyone sucks. Because you shouldn't talk about what people wear, and you shouldn't talk about how fat people are. That's not, none of that's okay. But people in the comments are going to say, nah, she deserved it. You're not an asshole. Not the asshole. Yeah, she insulted you. Yeah, but no, HR absolutely has to give equal weight to the weight comment. That's also construed as sexual harassment. I mean, both of them could be construed as sexual harassment. I don't know if that's what they're saying, but except OP is a trans woman in the South, highly unlikely those factors wouldn't affect the punishment. I don't know what they're going off on. I don't know what they're going off on. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second, chat. Wait. We have a employment discrimination lawyer. Apparently. I don't believe this for a fucking second, but let's just assume. The comment about OP's weight is not sexual harassment because it's not targeted at OP's gender or sex. Workplace harassment has to be based on a protected class to be legally actionable. Weight is not protected. It is not legally considered discrimination of any kind because it's not targeted to any other protected category under federal law, and I can't think of a state discrimination law that wouldn't cover it either. HR could potentially still choose to discipline them or at least give them a talking to, yeah, I mean, you would probably discipline that, right? As it could violate an employee code of conduct, but it's not a legal issue. Yep. OP's comment, on the other hand, would be considered a sexually harassing statement. That is true. Okay, that is true. Not enough for the coworker to sue over, but it would absolutely be enough for HR to discipline, or if they wanted to, fire OP. The coworker cannot sue over it because it would need to be a hostile work environment suit. What? Which requires a serious and repeated pattern of harassment, which one incident would not meet, unless it was an alarmingly egregious incident. Okay, yada, yada, yada. But HR could still discipline or fire them because they allow the sexually harassing behavior to continue without intervening, but the company becomes liable for the behavior. In fact, for a company's standpoint, to limit their own liability, they should be in some way disciplining an employee who makes any sexually harassing comments, including ones like OP's. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, both OP and Beatrice were wholly unprofessional. Yeah. That's okay. Some people are based, but I can see why everyone says, "Oh yeah, you get them, girl." You know? But like yeah, you're both everybody sucks. Everybody sucks. That sucks. I do think Beatrice is worse though, but everybody sucks. So that's that. That's my ruling, and that's it. For everyone on YouTube, I really hope you enjoyed these, and let me know what you think about some of these stories. Even though most of them are probably fake, let me know what you think down in the comments. I really just want to hear your opinions, and I will catch you probably next week with another Am I the Asshole video. So, peace.